Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Good evening, viewing audience. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Prophetess LaWanda Ingram of God Said It, That Settles It. You're watching WHPR TV 15.1 right here out of Highland Park, Michigan. I am excited today. Today is a great day. I'm elated to have a great special guest on my show, Mr. David Wilborn. He is the CEO and also of his own security and personal protection concealed weapons, right?
Yes,
Mr.
Yes,
Wilborn. He's the CEO and owner of this great training that we need in this city.
Right.
We definitely need it all over the world. And welcome, Mr. Wilborn. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
glad
you for
that
having me.
I was able to connect with you through a friend that we both know. We're
Yes.
going to give her a shout out. Felicia Shaw, we love you,
Yes.
dear. We
Yes.
want you to get well. She was going to be on this show with us today, but
Yeah, she was supposed to be here, but she got sick.
she had got sick with the
Right.
COVID, but we know God can and He will and He's able,
And
right?
she's already healed. She's
Yes, we
already healed.
claiming that already in
Amen.
Jesus' name. And I
Amen.
want to thank you for coming and being on the show, and we're going to discuss your business.
Yes.
Now, she told me, she said, oh, yeah, he has a security and personal protection concealed pistol license.
Correct.
Business, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want you to first say your name again.
Okay.
The name of your business, and then I'm gonna ask you some questions about your business because I'm excited, especially when we're gonna talk about the women
Right.
with self-defense. 'Cause
Correct.
as a woman, and I got 3 daughters, I want to hear all about that. And I told them to watch the show today because they need to
Make
learn
sure they
something
watch
today.
it. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
Tell everybody to watch.
everybody watch the show. Watch the show because you're gonna learn something today.
Right.
And where you didn't know something about concealed weapons and guns and licensing, you're gonna learn it on this show today. God says it says. Come on, Mr. Wilborn, jump right on in.
All right, my name is David Wilborn. I'm the owner and CEO of DNL Security and Personal Protection. I am a licensed. I gotta say that again. I am licensed.
Yeah, say that again. License.
Licensed. I'm also insured and bonded. I have a private investigation and security company. In this company that I do, of course, we provide, it's a full service company. We provide private investigations for those that need it. Also armed security, transport. Also, I do security assessments for churches, any other building or owned company, and also, but I guess the main thing now is that everybody's calling me for now is I do CPL training. That's concealed pistol licensing training, and I also do basic self-defense training. So that's especially with this time going on, everything that's going on. That's a pretty big market right now.
Yes, and I wanted to jump in here for a moment because I wanted to ask you something about the CPL license.
Yes, ma'am.
Because some people, they think they could just go take the training and it's over.
Right.
And they think, okay, I'm ready to go out and tackle having a handgun. Because a lot of people don't know how to handle handguns, although they get them. Right. So my question I want to ask you is, tell us a little bit of what entails, getting this training and how a person should not just because you get the training, take advantage of it, and they don't know how to really shoot. They need that training along with the certification.
So what it is so everybody knows that Well, let me give you a quick history. So
Okay.
it used to be CCW.
CCW, right?
CCW was carrying concealed weapon. That means you can probably carry any type of weapon concealed. So it was changed later to CPL, which carrying a concealed pistol license. So not only you can carry concealed now is a pistol, is a gun, handgun. So what I do is I train people and give them the education of how to carry the laws, break down the laws, when they can shoot, when they can't shoot, where they can go, where they can't go, and things like that. So it's a nice little lengthy process, but it's a process that needs to be learned, and people need to be educated in it if you want to carry your weapon.
Okay, now while you're talking about learning, because my next question was leading into what a person could learn through your company with carrying a gun. And when you talk about where they can go and where they cannot go, are you saying as far as with having the concealed pistol?
Correct. Yes.
Or what are you saying when you say where they can and cannot go?
Well, some places don't allow you to carry concealed inside their facility.
Right.
So you have to know these places. You have to be educated about where you can go and where you can't go if you're carrying a firearm.
Okay.
And now some places have it posted on the buildings or the doors, no firearms allowed, and you have to respect that as such.
Right.
And don't carry your firearm in there. You're not supposed to carry in places that have liquor licenses.
Oh, okay, because a lot of crime come,
exactly,
and people they be shooting in the places.
Exactly. Now, do people carry it in there? Yeah, they probably do, but just want you to know you're not supposed to.
Right.
So,
right, because that's against the law.
It's against
so
the
that's
law,
what
correct.
you're saying when you're saying where they. Now let's talk about. I've seen, and this is honest God truth, where people have carried in churches.
Okay.
Is that? Break that down, because some people think it's okay, and then some people will say, no, you're not supposed to carry in churches. You're not, or where children are, or So educate the viewers on that. And myself.
Right. So what it is, it's up to the leaders. It's up to the leaders' discretion.
Okay.
So what you're supposed to do if you're carrying, okay, you're supposed to let the pastor or administration know that, hey, I'm a CPO holder and I'm carrying my weapon. And if the pastor or the administration is cool with it, then you're fine.
Okay.
But if he or she or they say no, we don't allow that in here, then you have to respect them as such and take your weapon back to your car, or just don't go to that particular church.
Right. So so the viewing audience needs to know that it's up to the discretion of the pastor or the leaders, like you said, or the committee or whatnot. But they should at least let them know.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
So, in the legal standpoint, would it be that the churches need to let law enforcement know, or is that just between the leaders and the person that's carrying?
That's between the leaders and the person that's carrying.
Okay.
They don't have to notify law enforcement that there are CPL holders in the building and like that. That's not necessary.
Okay, because I've had some people that we've sat at a dinner table, discussed it, and they were had one side say, "Oh no, they shouldn't be able," and another side like, "You can't tell them after they went and got license."
Right.
So you can't tell. So how could your company, Mr. Wilborn, help the community as it relates to licensing and gun carrying? Because in the community, especially in Detroit, all over the world, recently, it's just been like gun carrying has been out of control with people. Like just not this past week, but week before this week, I had 3 family deaths, all gun violence.
Wow.
One was my god brother. Now he was going into his house to he forgot that he didn't set his alarm.
Okay.
So he went to set his alarm, but then it was some young guys, they was driving cars and shooting, and they were shooting at another guy. I guess he might have been shooting back at him, but the stray bullet hit him, killed him.
Wow.
43. And then I had a cousin, he was only 32. Gun violence, car got shot up. He was with another friend, and they were after the other friend, but they got everybody that was in the car.
Right.
And then I had another cousin, they found him, gun violence, over off a Hopper somewhere. So it's like people are, how can your training help the community as far as educating and helping them realize that these are not toys? And because even with my godbrother, you could see that whoever was shooting, if you look at the house, they were like they were shooting up. So it's like they didn't have control
Right.
of the guns.
Yeah. So, well, what you're going to hear this word a lot in this interview. What I produce, or how I help the community, is I produce and give out educated gun carriers.
Educated gun carriers.
Educated gun carriers. When people come to my class, and I know everybody gets excited about going to the gun range and things like
Right.
that, and you should. I got it. But I tell them, relax. We're going to get there, but let's learn about carrying. Let's learn about the laws. I'm so big on educating them first. Worry about the range later. Let's get together the laws. Let's get together. I even go as far as telling them the type of different holsters to carry or not to carry, how to properly store your weapon, child safety. And then when we get to the range, that's a different subject versus these laws and things that you need to know and need to learn to carry. I teach more than just getting a piece of paper, going down to the sheriff department, getting your CPL card, getting mailed to you, and just getting the gun and strapping up.
Right, because there's more to it. Actually.
Exactly. And you get so many senseless deaths, and you get so many people that get hemmed up by the law because they don't understand the education of carrying. And you see so many people getting hemmed up and getting put in the system, all because they really didn't listen or they thought that this was okay to do.
Exactly. That's why I was asking those questions, because I'm glad that your company educates, because that's a lot of. I believe that would tell me if you agree or not. That will eliminate a lot of senseless killings if people were educated about laws. Because some people think, well, because they got their CPLs, they can go and shoot anybody they want to shoot.
Yeah, right. The CPL.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, the CPL doesn't give you license to go shoot. Just I got it. Here we go.
Right.
No, it's not
No,
like that.
not
No.
So you can't be a gangbangers just because you got your CPLs.
Exactly.
And I think the education piece, what you were saying, educated gun carriers. I like that, because if you're not educated, just carrying it makes you just wow, like out the gate, just wow.
Exactly. I had a couple of guys in my class, and I tell people, and they always laugh at me. I had a couple of guys in my class that was taking my class, and I promise you, they just hadn't been caught yet. Like they was like, I'm like y'all said y'all criminals. Y'all just ain't been caught yet. Y'all just trying to get y'all license to carry legally. I said I'm uncomfortable with y'all being in my class.
Right, the class don't welcome criminals.
Right.
You can't be a criminal and sign up. Viewers know you can't be a criminal and sign up. This is not what his company does. You cannot be a criminal and sign up to Mr. Wilborn's class. But Mr. Wilborn, I know that you also focus on self-defense.
Correct.
In your training. Right. Now, do you teach them together, or is that like a separate entity, or how do you do it?
So well, here's what happened. So in the beginning, I wanted to be a little bit different from the other CPL classes. So by me being a basic self-defense instructor, by the way, I hold 2 black belts, one in karate and one in aikido, and a brown belt.
I saw that in your bio.
Right, and a brown belt in Hamdo. So what I was doing before COVID, I would do CPL, and then I would give a basic self-defense training at the same time. So when COVID happened, you kind of really couldn't be grabbing people, and
that 6 feet distance.
Yeah, you had to do social distancing and things like that. So I kind of pulled back away from the basic self-defense. I also would teach weapon retention. That's if some kind of how to break somebody down that has a gun on you, what to do. Because, just because you have a gun doesn't mean you always can get to your gun. So I teach them what to do if somebody has a gun pointed at you, on you, close to you, in close proximity of your body, how to disarm them and things like that. So since COVID happened, I really haven't been doing that much. But now that things are kind of getting better with COVID, people are getting people getting vaccinated, I'm definitely going back to soon going back to the hands-on with the basic self-defense to get people trained that way also.
Okay, and women can come to this self-defense, or do you have separate classes, or is it
So
all together? Is it?
So to be honest with you, it's mostly women.
Oh, okay,
because
yeah.
because
You
guys,
don't want to sign up.
because and the reason why, because guys, I guess we our egos won't let somebody toss you around or something like that, so
Right.
but it's mostly women. I deal with a lot of, when it comes to that basic self-defense.
Right.
Basically, the majority of my CPL classes are women.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. So that's one reason why I teamed up with our friend Miss Felicia Shaw,
Okay,
and the
yeah.
support room,
Okay.
because the support room does a lot of work with domestic violence, women that have been abused domestically,
Yeah, she told me
physically,
about that.
right, or anything like that. So her and I kind of teamed up. So I actually did something for her, myself and my team, maybe a few months ago with the support room. With a nice handful of ladies. My partner and I did a little basic self-defense training seminar. But what we did was, him and I just kind of did the moves,
Okay.
and they just kind of watched,
Oh, okay.
And so I'm definitely doing things like that. But I'm getting ready to open the doors back up again for us to start interacting
'Cause
with
I
everybody
believe
else.
I'm going to ask my bishop if that's something that maybe the women at our church can try to have a class, to come to your class or something.
That'd be great.
I
That'd be
want to
great.
sign up because women, if you know that in this era that we're in now, you see a lot of single parents or single homes with the mother trying to. I have a daughter that she works nights,
Okay.
and that's something she would need to know, because a lot of people, and I've always felt this way because I'm such a tiny woman, that because they're big they can get me.
Yeah.
But it was a movie with I can't remember the one lady that was on there. She took up a self-defense class, J-Lo. I can't remember that movie.
I remember the movie.
And-
She was married or
Right,
in an
but she
abusive
was
relationship.
small, and
Correct.
that kind
Right.
of showed me
Correct.
that the size doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. Size doesn't matter at all. Trust me, it doesn't matter at all.
Because I was like, she was taking down that big old guy,
Exactly.
So we do need to know how to, because like I said, and then I had a granddaughter who her aunt on her dad's side, her boyfriend shot her, killed her in the head,
Wow.
but he had been abusing her, had been trying to fight her, and she didn't know, when a woman
Wouldn't
doesn't
know
know
what to
how
do.
to
Exactly.
defend herself, sometimes they stay in abusive relationships because
Exactly.
they don't know how to defend
That is true.
themselves.
That is definitely true.
Because I've been married 3 times, divorced 3, but that's a whole nother different show.
Right.
But one of my marriages, he was an abusive guy, and I didn't know how to defend myself in the beginning.
Right.
I don't want to go to jail to kill you because that's the only way I probably would have known.
Right.
But when you learn self-defense, you can save
Exactly.
a life
If
and your own.
If nothing else, to get away. If nothing
Right.
else, to get away in that moment, to get yourself together. Right. I tell everybody, you don't have to be a ninja. You don't have
Right.
to be. You don't have to be so strong. You don't have to be huge. Sometimes you just need to stop it and just get away.
Right.
And once that happens, and that's one of the things that I definitely teach.
And I'm glad that you said that it's like a lot of women, because they have, like when they say it's a lot of trafficking and everything, human
is.
trafficking. If young girls, young ladies knew how to defend themselves, they probably could, like you said, if nothing else, get away
Exactly.
and save 10 or 15 or 20 more women who didn't get away.
Yes, that's definitely true. That's
You
definitely true.
so
Yes.
the women actually being able to do the self-defense, I love it. And tell me, what can a woman, since we're talking about the self-defense, really learn, like to get away? But what else can a woman learn in your self-defense class? Because I want to sign up. And how much is it?
Okay.
And your CPO. I
Okay.
want to know how much does it cost and things like that.
Okay, so what it is? So what a woman can learn. So I just answer everything. So
Right.
what a woman can learn in my class. One, I'm going to train you on how to be educated about carrying your firearm.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to shoot your firearm properly.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make sure by the time you leave. I had a young lady come to my class. She was petrified of guns. I mean,
Wow.
petrified, to the point where when we were in class and I have training guns, like it was a wooden gun, it was training for used for
Oh,
training.
it's just a wooden gun.
She would tear up when that gun would come around.
Oh, wow.
By the time we were done with the class, she was at the gun range just firing off guns.
Okay.
So she
you
got
gave
comfortable. I'm going to make
confidence.
sure you have the confidence and being comfortable with what you're doing. Okay? There are a lot of people that are carrying guns for many different reasons, probably because their husband made them do it, their brother, their father, and they're uncomfortable with carrying. When you have an uncomfortable gun carrier, that's a problem. So I make sure that you are comfortable. I make sure that you are educated with about carrying your gun.
Okay.
I make sure you know how to properly shoot and put the bullets down range. Okay.
Right.
After that, and now along with the basic self-defense. Now, the basic self-defense, you're not going to be a ninja by the end of the class. Okay.
Okay.
That's not what it's for.
It's just the basics.
Yes, I don't want people to think. So once you're done taking my class, you're gonna go get the black war paint put on your eyes.
Right, and wear the little ninja.
Put the bandana on.
Oh, you ain't gonna do all that. You ain't gonna be jumping fences.
It's not gonna be that way. What I do is I take the 2 or 3 different things that men physically do to women in a heated discussion domestically.
Okay.
They're going to choke.
Right.
They're going to grab, and they're probably going to punch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I take those 3 things and I show you how to defend yourself against those 3 things, because when you choke, that's usually a dominant. They're showing their dominance.
Okay.
When they hit you, they trying to hurt you or grab you. It's all showing dominance and power.
Okay.
So what I do is I show you how to defend yourself from those 3 things.
And basically how to take that power away.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So once you take that away from your abuser, you've taken away the biggest thing that they have. And that's what I show the women, and men too. Men can come, and also it's not just women, but I'm just saying it's just a majority women who want to take that class. But that's what I do.
Yeah, because like I remember the situation in Ohio with the young lady.
Correct.
That had the knife. If she knew how to, some type of self-defense, she wouldn't even have needed the knife.
Exactly. Probably
and it
so.
probably would have
Probably
saved
so.
her life because she didn't have a weapon.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
yeah, I want to sign up for that. And how much is that class? So it's all these together.
Okay,
at the
so
price,
what it
or-
is? So the CPL class is just $80. Okay, and I believe my basic self-defense classes are $70.
Okay.
Now I'm like I said, since some of the restrictions are being lifted from COVID,
Yes.
I'm probably going to put together another package, another package to where you can take both classes at one time.
Oh yeah.
And put together. But right now they're separate due to COVID.
Right.
So my CPL classes are $80 and my basic self-defense classes are $70.
Okay. Now, with the 2 being separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
What like say for the 70, how long is the length of each class? Is it like, what's the duration? Is it like you
Okay.
pay the $80 and it's 8 months, or is it 8 weeks?
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? I want the
I
viewing
got you.
audience to know you ain't
I
gonna
got you.
pay $80 and in 8 hours
Right.
you're gonna have some CPL license.
Right,
No,
yeah.
we need them to know that when you pay the $80, there's a process. So
Correct.
how long is it?
Yeah,
or do they
so
have to come?
my basic self-defense classes are usually about between the 2 to 4 hours long.
Okay.
And my CPL classes, all CPL classes are 8-hour classes.
Okay, so it's a 1-day class? or
1
do
day
you
class.
mix-
1 day.
One day, so
that's
you-
range and classroom time.
So you do
all
classroom
together.
and range, and then, so how long does it take them to get the CPL after the range,
So-
the class, the range?
Yeah, so what happens is after you're done with my class, I give you a certificate, which is what you take to your local sheriff's department or county building. Due to COVID,
Right.
a lot of people are backed up, especially Wayne County. Wayne County probably has the longest waiting period. I just tell anybody, if you stay in Wayne County, God help you. I don't know what else to tell you.
Right.
But you have to set an appointment and to go get your fingerprints and get your picture taken. Now, all the other counties, Macomb, Oakland, Washtenaw, so forth, so on. What happens is, for some reason, they're getting their people out in like 2 to 3 weeks. So, so once you go through that whole process, with the exception of Wayne County, you should get your CPL card in the mail in about 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. Now let me ask you this question, because I know you were military. I was military, and when you talk about the fingerprint and everything, your company does not offer the background check that comes with the fingerprint and everything through the Wayne County and the other organizations. So talk about that a little bit, because I don't want people to think they go to your class, they get the CPL license, and bam, bam, I can go out and just I can wave guns. And you can't do that, because it's still a process even after they get your training. You're certifying that they're trained and educated.
Exactly. So once you're done with me, okay, you are not allowed to carry concealed. Y'all hear that? You are not allowed to carry concealed once you're done with me. Okay, they're still in the process.
Say that again, Mr. Wilborn.
You are not allowed to carry your gun concealed after you take my class. Okay, so once you're done with me, you go down to the county building or the sheriff's department after you make your appointment. Okay, I do not do the background check. I do not do the fingerprints. They do that at the county building or the sheriff's department.
Right. So if you are a criminal, we're going to go back to what we were talking about earlier, Mr. Wilborn. If you're a criminal, don't think you're going to go in this class, get the CPL training, the education, and then you pay the money and you you mail it off, and you take it where you're going to take it and think, okay, my stuff is coming in the mail. If you're a criminal, they're going to catch you on the fingerprints.
Yeah, and if you have warrants.
And if you have, so don't think Mr. Wilborn going to help you with your warrants.
Don't call me.
Don't call him for that, because he's going to give his information and whatnot. But don't you call him for trying to do that. You must already know that you're just getting the education and the training from him.
Correct.
Now, with the self-defense, is that officer card as well, or a certification?
No. What I do is after self-defense, because I am a certified self-defense instructor, I can give you just a certificate that you have that training from me.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty good too. I'm gonna get that training because I want it on my wall.
Okay,
I got an I Love Me wall in my office at my house, and that self-defense thing. You know, it kind of gives you it kind of make you feel good. You know, it kind of make you burst your chest out a little bit. Like, I got this, you know, and it make you look at the wall and be like, I can defend myself.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of people.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's so many people that need to know how to defend themselves from bullies.
Exactly, most definitely.
You know, because you know, even in high schools, and you know, before COVID-19, you see young kids wanting to kill themselves and stuff because they got bullied.
Exactly.
But if they only knew how to do self-defense.
Exactly.
Now, I'm gonna ask you one, because I want to talk more about your company and what you have to offer, and you know, where your website, because I know you have a website as well.
I do.
And then you also mentioned about you do private investigations.
Yes.
And stuff. So you know, you probably get a lot of calls. You know, you probably get a lot of calls from women. They want to know their husband cheat on them. But we're going to cut for a commercial pretty soon, and I want to talk more about your company, the private investigation, you know, and more about how you feel. I want to get your thoughts on the gun rate, the crime rate.
Okay.
And like, you know, if they, you know, just your personal opinion, like if people knew how to, if they were educated about the guns, maybe they wouldn't always think to grab the gun to solve a problem.
Sure.
So, Mr. Wilborn, we're going to cut for a commercial.
All right.
We're going to come back. I'm excited. I want to sign up. So, before
good,
you leave this studio, I want to sign up. I want to see, I want to pay it. You got Cash App, all that good stuff?
I have every electronic payment you can. I got it. Yes.
And I'm gonna take that day, and so we're gonna cut for a commercial. We'll be right back. Don't you touch that dial. Mr. Wilborn gonna come back and give us more information about his company. And for you women that want to hire a private investigator, Mr. Wilborn is your guy. Be right back. There's a new black-owned business called Jumpers Llc. They do automotive exterior and interior detailing, pickup, small and large SUVs. They also do house detailing as well. Jumpers Llc, 13550 Telegraph Road in Detroit, Michigan. And anything you need detail as far as your home and your automobile, they can clean it up. Mr. Derek Massey is one of the owners.
Call Line Jumpers at 248-802-8704.
I'm joined today by Maureen Taylor and Louis Pisker to let you know about a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office.
Do you know someone, family or friends, that need help with finances? Do you know people having trouble making ends meet, especially with property taxes or other payments? The Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help. Treasurer Sabri invites you to visit the new Financial Empowerment Center, 400 Monroe, on the 5th floor in downtown Detroit.
We've partnered with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office and the City of Detroit to provide free one-on-one financial counseling to help you address problems related to utility bills, property or income taxes, credit repair, and other financial matters. Our professional counselors can also help you plan your monthly budget and increase your credit score.
This service is available to all Wayne County residents. For free and private financial counseling, contact the center at 313-322-6222 and make an appointment today.
107.3 FM, WVIE.
How would you like for this to be you? Well, it could be. If you have the desire to be an independent radio personality, paying yourself, this is your chance. WVIE 107.3 FM and WHPR 88.1 FM are looking for people with outgoing personalities who can attract sponsors. Launch your career on a radio station with the latest technology in broadcasting. WVIE 107.3 and WHPR 88.1. If you're into talk, R&B, oldies, jazz, gospel, or soca, Radio We Can See is where you need to be.
88.1 FM, WHPR.
Have your own radio show. Block time is available. Call 313-868-6612. Radio We Can See, broadcasting live in the Virgin Islands and Detroit. Find us on Comcast Channel 90 and worldwide on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, and all of your favorite platforms.
Welcome back, viewing audience. I hope you enjoyed those commercials, and we're back with Mr. Wilborn. And Mr. Wilborn, we're going to talk about some other things. I told you I'm comedic. That's why we were smiling when y'all came back, because I said something funny. I want to ask you, how can the viewers now, I want to get this information out here. How can the viewers get more information about your company, your website? Look at the camera, tell everybody about that, because they need to know.
Okay, so I do have a website. My website is dlsecurity.org. Okay, all the information about all my classes, everything is on my website. I'm also on all social media. Well, not all, but I'm on the ones that count: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And give that site that DL
so
again,
my website is dlsecurity.org. My phone number is listed on there, 248-506-8294. My email address, everything is connected to my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my Twitter page, so you can always get in contact with me. And everything is listed on my website. My website stays updated. I'm not that guy that has a website that when you go on it, it's never nothing on there. You know?
Right. I'm that girl sometimes.
So my website stays updated. My Facebook page stays updated. My Instagram page stays updated. My Twitter page stays updated. So everything is always updated. So you can go there right now as we're talking just to see if I'm lying. Security.org. My classes are on. I have a class coming up this month, May 22nd. CPL class coming up May 22nd at 10 a.m. You can go on my website. I promise you it's on there. I offer in-person and, check me, virtual training.
Come on now.
So if you don't want to come out and be in the class, then you can Zoom it out. Now, listen, this is what I suggest. If you are a person that we call green in the industry, meaning never shot, don't know anything about guns, you don't need to Zoom. you need to be in class. But if you're a person that kind of has a little bit of skill, you just kind of need the paperwork, a little bit of education about the laws and things like that. You are the kind of people that need to zoom in. But everybody else, I need you to show up.
Yeah, just show up. Just show up because, like you said, you had the one lady just from the wood gun, the training gun. She was scared.
She was petrified.
She was in person, right?
She was in person.
Which is good. And I know as we had cut for that commercial, you and I were discussing, and I want to talk more about the CPL laws and how people think if they carry, that the license, the license to carry. So some people don't know that how they carrying and they just open carry and all that. And I be looking at people like I don't think that's right.
Exactly. So what we were talking about on our commercial break was this. So I had a friend of mine who took a class. He didn't take my class. He took a class. I don't know if I should be calling him a friend right now because he didn't take my class, but that's another thing. So what he did was he took the class and he got the certificate from the class. He took the certificate, put the certificate in his windshield, and was driving around carrying concealed. And
open carry line?
Yeah,
okay.
And thought that he was okay because he took the class. So needless to say, he got popped. So and then we were talking about, listen, once you take that 8-hour class, you are not certified to carry your gun yet, not concealed.
Say that again.
Once you take that class, you are not certified to carry concealed. Now, here's where a lot of people get messed up.
Okay.
Michigan does have an open carry law. Michigan is an open carry state. But you have to know the law in order for you to open carry. So let me help you. Let me give y'all some free education.
Don't cost you nothing today for this little bit.
Just because you put on a gun or put a gun, a strap up, and just because you feel that they can see the butt of your gun, that does not always specify as open carry. If you have a concealed holster and you put your concealed holster on you, a concealed holster goes between your body and your clothing. Okay. If you put on a concealed holster, put that weapon in the holster and just tuck your shirt behind that, that is not open carry. You have to have an open carry holster. Okay. A concealed holster, no. It has to be an open carry holster.
And that's
you pretty much
on the outside.
Where you can see, and you pretty much have to walk everywhere. If you get into anything that has a motor, anything, no. You have now just committed a felony.
Oh, and see, I'm glad you said that because a lot of people put a gun on and get right in the car.
Not if you don't have that. If you don't have that white card, you can't do it.
And then they think that they think they're good, like you said. The friend put it in the windshield, like as if that's giving him license to do it.
Exactly. I had one guy say he had a concealed holster and he took it and stuffed it in his pocket. Well, if you stuffed it in your pocket, that's not open carrying.
Right.
Just because somebody can see the butt of the gun or the handle, if you will, that does not mean that you're open carry. There's a little bit more to it than that.
And then that's really against the law.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, ain't no really it. It is. It is against the law.
It is against the law.
Yes.
People don't understand that, and they need to understand that because so many people, like you said, get popped.
Exactly.
Because they're not educated about what's open to carry, what's concealed, because they just don't know. And I hate to say it, but some of them might not even be paying attention. If they did go get a card, were you paying attention?
Exactly.
It's good to know these laws. Now, I want your personal opinion as a black, successful American man in America, black man in America. What are your thoughts about the massive gun violence that's been going on in America and how every time it's this person shot this person or a person got shot, and some people have said it's because too many people are having guns. So what do you think about that? I mean,
I don't think
they're not educated.
I don't think it's just about people having guns.
Okay.
We're not going to act like guns just got invented last year. Okay,
right.
we're not going to do that. We're not going to act like they just started making guns a couple months ago.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But what it is, and this is just my theory. When I was coming up, my father took me out and showed me how to fight.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he explained to me, don't let nobody hurt you. His exact words, when you go to school, boy, don't let nobody hurt you.
Right.
That was his exact words, boy, don't let nobody hurt you. And along with, I started off in, boxing with Cronk and went to martial arts, so forth and so on. But I also grew up on Linwood and Lawton. Okay.
Linwood and Lawton.
Yeah. So
okay, you was over there on the west side.
Exactly.
I was on Lawton and Finkel.
There you go. Right, there you go.
Yeah.
So, and I said that to say this. It's so much gun killing because nobody knows anything else.
That's true.
So the generation now, this is all they know. You remember when we were coming up as kids, we really used to get into fights.
Yeah,
fight,
real fights.
Yeah, fight and then be cool by lunch.
Yes.
Or after lunch.
Made the best person win.
Exactly. And that was it. And if you lost, you lost. That was it.
Right. And no need of you trying to come back. You just lost that fight and it was over.
But now with so much negativity on social media and everything that's going on, they don't know anything else but to go get a gun. I mean, you can't. I have yet to see two grown men just stand up and knuckle up
and put the guns down.
It's right, and just do it. Everybody wants to go get it because they don't know how to fight. They don't know how to defend themselves. I gotta go get a gun and kill them. And you want to go do that because y'all got into an argument over something
right. Something that you could actually sit down, and then they put themselves in a situation that they either on the run or they go into prison. And if they would have just thought,
it's they
don't want to fight no more.
These senseless shootings are people's mindsets. It has nothing to do with how many guns are on the street, or because I can put 10 guns on this table. If you and I don't pick them up, nobody's going to get shot.
That's true.
Nobody's going to get shot. If you and I don't pick the guns up and pull the trigger, nobody's going to get shot. So
mindset.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
it's about the individual's mindset, which is why we have so many. It's just my opinion. So many senseless shootings.
Right, and I'm glad that you said the mindset, because when a person changes their mindset, they can control that.
Exactly.
You can control your mindset. Once you pick a gun up, because I've seen at cases where kids have picked up a gun, or an adult has picked up the gun, safety not on, and although it was a mistake, now that mistake just cost you your life, or someone else's life, or your freedom.
Exactly.
You know, and so like you said, the mindset. If like all the guns, you could put all different kinds, but if don't nobody pick them up, nobody can get hurt. Now I like how you answered that one. I really like that one.
Yeah, people got.
I hope you viewing audience, y'all be paying attention. It's the mindset.
Yeah, they have to understand. See, like, I'm not doing anything that's gonna put me in prison. And I tell everybody, I'm tough, but I'm not prison tough. Don't mess with my family tough.
Right.
I'm don't do nothing to my family tough. I'm not prison tough. I like my freedom.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not take my freedom away tough.
Right, exactly.
You know, and I just don't get it when and you see it all the time. They tough because they got the guns, and their mindset is just all this new generation. They don't even, you can't even reason with the new generation.
Yeah, you can't even talk no more.
You can't even talk to them to say, look, man, we ain't gotta be arguing about this. First, before you get that sentence out, somebody done pick the gun up.
Exactly.
And ready to shoot. This is not Wild Wild West.
Right.
We not riding around the city on horses.
Exactly.
You know, and ain't no cowboys and Indians around here, and it's just sad. Now, do you believe, let me ask you this, Mr. Wilborn, that America can, at some point, the crime rate can go down with the educating on carrying pistols, getting gun, owning a gun? Do you think that at any time the violence as far as gun violence, if once people are educated, because even your business to just educate is awesome to me, because a lot of people who have guns are not educated about the gun.
Do I think? Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say,
be honest. We on the honest show.
I'm gonna say no, because one, every 10 educated gun owners we put on the street, there's gonna be 20 more people who care less about your life, mine, or maybe theirs.
That's true.
Plus, I'm also, I'm a spiritual man. I'm a man of God. I believe in the Bible. I believe it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Exactly.
We're at that. Even though we are in what we call or what we know as the grace dispensation. And now people say, "Wow, really? Yeah, we in grace right now."
Right. Yes.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but we are.
Yes.
And I believe that everything is happening because guys are getting ready to come back soon.
Yeah.
So I don't see it getting much better if you look at it from that way.
Right.
So that's why you just have to get ready, buckle down. As the elder this morning preached, you got to stand your ground.
You understand your ground.
And just
the
get
good thing
educated on
about
what's going
being
on.
Educated and stand your ground, because a lot of, you know how some of the like foreign countries and different things, and this is a question I probably hadn't even asked, brought up, but I'm just talking with you now because that's what we're doing. How they train their kids young, like the military, they train their kids young, but they train them to kill. But I believe like if there was more businesses like yours that train and education is a key part to this gun control.
Right.
I believe. You know, I know that people think that because people got guns, everybody gonna die. That's not, like
That's
you
right,
just
exactly.
said. That's not the case. It's everybody gonna die. People shooting and they not educated and they don't care and their mindset is messed up.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And I believe, like I'm a woman of God, and I believe we are in the last days, and we got to stand our ground.
Exactly.
And we have to be able to wisdom. A lot of people take common sense,
which is so not common anymore.
which is not. Say that, would you, man?
Common sense is not common anymore.
Common sense
It is not
common anymore.
No, it's not.
You know, and so they don't. What is that to
Right.
this new generation? What's common sense? You know, but common sense will help you look at something, and it has to make sense in order to do it. You know, and like the friend, it wouldn't have made sense now that he probably thinking about it after the fact.
Right.
Did that make sense for me to put that piece of paper up there? You understand? He probably gonna say, "Who was that woman you was talking to on TV?"
Right.
You know, but I'm just saying, I'm just trying to use a little parable here to say common sense, like you said, is not common anymore.
It's not. It is so not. It's common sense nowadays. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like it's privilege now. Like, I don't know. It's like privileged information. Like people just don't use common sense anymore. It's
No, I tell people, book sense is starting to outweigh the common sense.
It is.
Cause when people are educated, they be like, okay, well, I know if I do like with your class, the classes that you offer, a person will be like, well, I know if I don't get this type of gun holster, and I'm walking around with this type of gun holster, I can land myself in jail.
Exactly.
Now, literally, that's the education they learn piece.
Right. Exactly.
But putting common sense with that would be like, no matter what I learned, because I got the paper, it say I can do what I want to do.
There you go. and I literally break everything down to the lady or the women that like to wear certain type of dresses.
Right.
I know summertime coming. You want to be cute. You know, if you're married or you got a significant other, you want to have, your certain little dress that you want to wear. I tell them the certain ways they can carry their weapons with those dresses and things on.
Right, because
we
I've
break
seen
down
some
everything.
Of the young girls, I've actually seen a young girl carry her gun on the outside, and she had on like shorts.
Okay.
Gun heavier than the shorts.
Than the shorts, yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So I'm like, well, if that gun happens to fall, safety not on, I mean, this was a young girl. I was like, that could go off and shoot somebody.
I saw one guy sagging.
What?
He was sagging his pants,
Not the sagging.
carrying a gun. How on earth can you do that? Like, first of all, it's uncomfortable. Just get that together now.
Right, because the gun is heavy.
Right, it's uncomfortable. And you're sagging, and you have. I did not understand that, and just wanted to know he was not in my class.
Yeah, because you would have covered all that. Because clothing has, little do people know, clothing has something to do with it. You can't wear just any old thing and talk about I want to open carry and.
It just depends on what you. It depends on how you carry as to the way you carry, and that's it.
Now let me ask you this: you know how a person, like say, when they get pulled over, say they have the CPL.
Okay.
Say they took the class. they're waiting on the license. I mean, they took the class, the license came back in the mail.
Okay.
Then they're driving. They get pulled over. What would you tell the viewing audience is the best way to avoid a police shooting?
Okay.
Because you got a gun in your car.
Right.
Some people have it on the seat and they think that's cool because of carjackings and different things.
Yeah,
I get it.
Exactly.
But share some wisdom with that because the police don't always know you got your CPL paperwork if it's in your wallet.
So the way it's supposed to go in a perfect world.
In a perfect world.
Officer comes to your window. It's supposed to say, hello, I'm Officer so-and-so, yada, yada, yada. I pulled you over, license registration, blah, 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 whatever. You then turn and say, not a problem, officer. Just want to let you know I'm a CPL holder and my gun is on my left side, my right side, or my glove box, or sitting on the seat, wherever it is. And that should handle everything.
Okay, so they got to, so they have to.
Or even if
them.
you are a CPL holder and you're not carrying your weapon that day, still let them know.
Oh, so that you won't leave the room to them for them to.
Because by law, you're supposed to disclose that you have you're supposed to disclose that you have a CPL, and whether you have your gun or not, you're supposed to let them know.
Okay.
Yep.
So, listen, viewing audience, who's ever viewing. If you have your weapon on you and you're a CPL holder and you get pulled over, just follow the rules. I'm quite sure you teach that in your class. You say that in the class.
Exactly.
Now, do you have, when we finish the class, because I say we because I know I want to be in the class, we sign saying that we have to sign. Do we have to sign something saying that we've been through this class and we understand everything?
My certificate is what you have to say that you understand everything. And trust me, I do not shut down my class until people understand the laws.
Okay.
It's the laws that get people so hemmed up. And I promise you, I will stand there and wait, and I say, hey, listen, do you all understand what I'm saying? And I make sure that people are educated with that when they leave my class.
Okay. Now, how long does the certificate? How how people have to recertify and things like of that nature? Is this certificate for a year? Is it good? How long is I wanted us to get that out there?
Yeah. So usually when you take anybody's CPL class, not just mine, the certificate that you have before you go get go down to the accounting building, it's probably about a year or so. You probably have about a year to go get it taken care of. But your CPL actually lasts about 5 minutes. I mean, I'm serious. 5 years.
5 years. So that card is good for 5 years.
And then you have to renew it.
Then they have to renew it, and they come back to the class and do it all
like
over.
What we
like
call
a recertification.
A refresher, correct.
Refresher course. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. Well, Mr. Wilborn, I want you to look at the camera, tell the viewing audience again how to get your information. Because I don't want them to miss the class.
Okay.
Your prices cover all that because we're 5 minutes into ending, and I want you to get all your information out there and know that I want to be in that class.
All right, thank you so much. Again, listen, dlsecurity.org. That is my website. My phone number is 248-506-8294. You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, that is dlsecurity.org. All my prices, everything is on my website. Sign up for the class coming at the end of this month, May 22nd at 10 a.m. It's only $80. I have in-person and I have virtual learning.
Thank you, Mr. Wilborn. I'm so glad that you came to the show. I want to have you come back, and I know that you have your own commercial on your site, right?
I do.
So
yes.
Talk a little bit. Your commercial is basically what tells of the.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about your commercial.
My commercial is a good breakdown of what my company does, what it offers. I also provide security for churches. I specialize in security for churches. If you don't want an actual person in the church, What I do is I can give you a security assessment on how to make your church safer, especially everybody coming back after COVID. It's going to be a lot of changes going to happen in your church.
Right.
I specialize in this, and also, also we'll be talking about Miss Shaw. She's going to be offering pretty soon, her in the support room, security for first ladies. Right, because I'm going to take her. I'm going to train her, so she's going to be doing that. So it's going to be a lot going on with DL Security and the support room.
Oh yeah, and I can't wait. I've talked to Miss Shaw Felicia. That's my girl.
Right.
And her and I are going to partner on some things because I wrote a book. I'll do workshops and everything, and I want to, partner with other people to do things because it is important to know about security.
It is.
And like you said, with this COVID-19, things are going to be changed.
It is. It is.
Because churches, although I don't know if churches will be able to come back full force, but the times that they're not there,
exactly,
they need to have security there.
Exactly.
Because they have all type of equipment, all type of good things and stuff in the churches. So anyone looking, and I know the pastors and the bishops and all of them watch my show, you all need to talk with get in contact with Mr. Wilborn here, and he can definitely make sure that your church is secured, safe during the times you're down from COVID, and even events.
Correct.
Right? Do you do events like you
secure
events?
We do events. We do events. We do everything. I can because the thing is you can go get security. I know we got to wrap it up. You can go get security, but I know church. I know my people.
Right.
And we have to know and learn how to do security and do not affect or mess up the worship. You have to know how to move, and you have to know how to move the right way within the service and not mess up the integrity of your worship or vex the spirit. There
That's
you go.
right. And I've seen that in some churches, and it's just like you stop doing everything just to focus on what's going on over
Exactly.
So I'm glad that you offered that as well. So, Mr. Wilborn, I'm going to have you come back.
Thank
I
you.
don't know when. Maybe after I'm certified. We can
have some about it.
We have some bloopers on what I heard, how excited I was at the range, and all of that because I got marksmanship in the military.
That's right. Yeah. Right.
I got that, but the military training is totally different from your training, probably
Right.
because
you got to cut the nails down just a little bit though.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But that's okay, as long as I can defend myself. Because if these not, if I can't scratch you with these, I'm gonna learn how to defend myself. So thank you, Mr. Wilborn. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And it's been a blessing. I want you to come back.
I will.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you for watching, viewing audience. It was a pleasure. Mr. Wilborn gave us a lot of information. Check him out on his website, and you want to get your CPLs and learn and get educated on gun carrying, this is the man you need to contact. Thank you. Be blessed. See you on the third Sunday of this month on God Said It, That Settles It.